that scare you? I don't know if I did, but happy Halloween, or rather happy Shadows Eve, as it is called right here in Trove. Thank you guys so much for joining on this video. We are gonna do a full guide on the Shadow Eve's event that is going on right now. And actually also at the same time, we also got the new tutorial update. I haven't covered because it wasn't really a super big update or anything like that. It was on the PTS server and stuff. But what it basically did was that it just revamped the tutorial world and stuff. And the most significant thing that happened for, I guess, for most players is that there was a bunch of course, styles added to the update as well. So that's why I have these things in here as well. So we'll do that as well. But they just kind of revamped the whole tutorial thing. And I think that's super amazing because maybe they could localize where people are getting stuck at maybe. And there could be some starting the game, you know, some of the tutorials and stuff. So maybe that was the issue, you know, by bringing in new people or keeping people playing after they got into the game, right? Of course, I have a bunch of videos explaining everything about Trove, but it is nice that it's basically also another addition to the game where, you know, my videos and also the tutorials in game kind of go hand in hand. And of course, that also goes in, of course, with the quest thing as well. Not the quest thing. Oh, the quest thing. Sorry, yes, that is. Okay, so I think that's actually also the new quest, because this is the quest for the Rising Tide thing. You can see I haven't done it yet because I'm lazy, but there's also one for the tutorial thing. So you can see there's a quest for that one as well. Pretty sure it doesn't give you any mastery or anything like that if you have already done it. Not this quest, of course, but if you've done all the tutorial things in the, you know, there's nothing new in that sense. But what they actually did was, sorry, not that one, is that they put in under the badges, they put this new, I know you can't see from my face, but there's something called tips now. And these are just like kind of extra tip thingies that is in there as well. You can see there's like a bunch of things saying everything kind of on the game. You can check this stuff out yourself if you want to. Something they also changed, I kind of want to mention this as well, is that they give some tool tips for all of these, so you can kind of see what it is instead of it just being something else like it wasn't. Like now you can basically see that it is a tome, and this is, you know, some coins where you can get them from, and this is what the the ally this gives 10 movement speed and 100 you know, that stuff. And you can see also down here, like with the things that are down here, what they actually give when you unlock them in your mastery. So that's also kind of cool that they did that as well. Just gave a little bit of tooltip to that as well. But this is of course about the Shadows Eve event, and we got a 10-step quest for you guys as well. Of course, we also have the well, you can see here it's from 22nd of October to the 4th of November because it has to go over. That's why it's so late, because, you know, Halloween is of course on the 31st and such. So I wanted to show you guys as well, if I can find it. And I couldn't because it is not in the game at the moment. Apparently it's not on the event. We don't have the 14 days of the extra thingies, you know, the daily adventures where you do, like on this day, on Tuesday, you do the farm 1 ore to get that 10 extra chaos chest and the double XP potions on Saturdays and all that stuff. It's not in the game right now. It was delayed. The whole event was delayed, so maybe they had some issues with implementing this event towards the daily adventures and stuff like that. So maybe we'll get it sometimes. This has happened before, like way long ago, but we got it later on, and then they just put in the 14 days anyway, so it just passed the event and all that stuff. But we'll see if that happens or not. If it's not, then it's not like super big deal. Of course, the 10 chaos chest is pretty nice, and also double XP potion and all that stuff. But all in all, it's just better to have the event, you know, and so we can do that at least. So enough rambling about the new update, enough about the intro stuff about event, but just keep in mind that it's not in, so if it's not available for you right now, then it's not. You can see here it's not for me either, so we're not gonna have the 14 days. Also, if I go into here, the only thing I could get out of my claims was some of these tips that was in there as well. So enough chit-chatting, let's just get the quest here. Sorry, not the quest, but yeah, we are gonna do the quest, but let's do the super stashes as well. So you can see here, there is a bunch of them. So if I just go with my super style stashes right here, and then I got all of them. These are all the new styles that was introduced in the new update, so very amazing. One thing I do want to share, I guess, with you guys as well, is of course these Luxian style stashes. These are from Luxian, and you can buy, I think it's like 5 or something like that you can buy, or is it 10? I don't remember. But whenever Luxian is, every 14 days, you can buy these style stashes, and these unlock random seasonal event pinatas, Luxian equipment styles that you don't have already. And these are good to keep around to when there is an event, for example, because there's sometimes some tied in, you know, special styles for the event that you can unlock with, of course, these style slices. So let's try. Yep, see, there was a pumpkin head. This is probably a new one. See if there's one other. Yep, there was also a witch's hat. And to see there was also a pale pumpkin head. See if there's one more. Yeah, the horrific one. And these, of course, is not like maybe super hard to get. You see there was 3 of them. Was it 3 or 4? I don't remember. But the point is that these are not super hard to come by, these property styles, but maybe you're gonna save some time by doing this. And these are not super expensive from Luxian itself. It does cost you dragon coins and stuff like that, but it's a very good idea to keep some around in your inventory. You can see I only have like, I had 30 around, just nice round number, right? So I have it put, if I go back to my stash right here, I do have them in here, you can see. So I spent 4 of them, and if I also put these back, then you can see. So if you have some super styles ones, you get them from different boxes, you know, from actually from the chaos chest and stuff like that. So you get them from that as well. But the point is that it's very nice to keep these styles ones around, because when the event then starts, then you can start, you know, opening these, and then you kind of maybe save you some time or something like that by getting the styles, and they're not very super expensive. So just a little tip to get your styles in, and then you can focus on some of the stuff you have to unlock by doing everything there is with the event and stuff. So yeah, I want to just mention this, and now we can head into step number 1. All right, guys, we are in the hub for quest number 1, and I got bamboozled. I was actually recording for step number 1 here, and I went here and I thought we had to talk to Wolseley. And I was like, okay, let me talk to Wolseley. Nothing's happening. I'm using my interact button and nothing is happening. I was like, what is going on? So I went around on the track down here, as you can see right here, and I just went all the way around. Nothing happened. You know, there was no NPC or anything like that. Then I saw up here. So you can also come up from outside here. You can see if I go upside the house here, you can see right down here, we have to talk to the cat. So yes, it does say talk to the cat, but I thought the Wolseley right down there is sort of, well, he is maybe a dog in dog family, the wolf, I don't know, but Cubesley is in his Halloween costume, so that's what I thought was gonna go on. And you can see here, I can interact with him, but you have to go upstairs and talk to the cat, of course. Talk to the cat to complete step number 1. So you go up to the cat and you just use your interact button, and that is step number 1. So yeah, I totally got bamboozled by that one. That was kind of funny that actually, I was just thinking it was Cubesley, and sometimes there's not always like an interaction thingy, whatever with it, and sometimes you just have to get up to the NPC and use your interact button, and sometimes that just works. That was step number 1. Very surprising, very nice that we're actually like a little bit of a surprise, a little different to the quest line. So well done, Trove. I know it's a little bit of thing, but you know, I think that's at least something new, and we always love something new. So that was step number 1. Let's head into step number 2. All right, we are now on step number 2, and this one we have to collect pumpkins, some pumpkins. I'm not sure if you can get it off the marketplace, but you can probably do so. Sometimes you can just get them off the marketplace if you want to do so, but it's not very hard to get some of these as well. You can see somebody already did it down there, but we have to collect some pumpkins, and it's also now dungeons. Oh, sorry, that's not how you do it. If I got it at the map, you can see it actually is also marked as dungeons now, so you can see them on the map. They don't have a different special anything, but you can see it as so you can basically, as this guy is doing right over here, he's following the dungeons, so we can do some pumpkin dungeons as well. But as you can see right on top of this, there is pumpkin, so that's what we are going to get. We only get to need 30 of these, so if I jump down here and start just using my abilities here, I can get that 30 dungeons. I was about to say those 30 pumpkins pretty easily. See, that's already done. So these are all over the place, and you have to go to the Cursed Valley biome. It doesn't have to be this one down here. It can be anywhere inside of the Prime Worlds, all the way, of course, up to 14 here. You can go all the way if you just wanted that, but the Cursed Valley biomes are the ones that are going to have that. And of course that has, oh, I'm triggering them. It of course has the little skull there, skull icon to when you are in that biome. So go check those out and look for dungeons, and you are going to find yourself, you know, a dungeon, and it's going to have some pumpkins. And again, you just need to do that for the dungeon. So for the, not for the dungeons, but for the 30. But you can also just get it off the marketplace if you wanted to. Usually sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. If you have gardening, it works as well sometimes. I would just go get it here. It's much easier to get the pumpkins from here. It doesn't really like take very long. It took like 2 minutes to get this one. And when you are going to this biome down here, then you are going to have the most, that is going to have the most Cursed Valley biome, so that you're guaranteed to get a bunch of it. And as I'm just standing here, somebody else is also just farming some pumpkins while doing this, so you can just stand AFK if you want to do so. But anyways, that was step number 2. Let's head into step number 3. All right, so for step number 3, we have to do pumpkin patches or pumpkin dungeons. So in the last step number 2, we did a pumpkin patch. That's where we went to get our pumpkins. But I wanted to show off also the pumpkin dungeons. You can see it's right here. And it's not only, if I whip the map, you can see here, I'm actually in the treasure biome, in the treasure island biome. I'm right in here. So these are all in every single biome you have, except for, I'm pretty sure they are not in the dude biomes, but they are in the other biomes here. I'm not sure if they are in the long shade either, but those contain the old biomes here, so maybe they are in there as well, but I haven't checked up on that, so maybe they're in there. But if you don't see any in the wild, they're not super uncommon, but they're not going to be every single dungeon. But if you go in for like 5, maybe more like 3-4 minutes, you are probably going to find one. If you don't, it's pretty unlucky. But my suggestion is that you just go to tier 14 worlds and do them there, because they are going to be 100% there. They're not going to be in the elemental worlds out here. They're definitely not going to be there, or in, of course, the shores of Everdark. They're not going to be there. So just go to whatever biome you usually farm at and see if they're there. But if they're not, just go to some of the prime worlds. They're definitely going to be there in every single biome, especially these ones, the ones that looks like a big giant pumpkin. Those are going to be there, but the pumpkin patches are only going to be in the Cursed Valley biome. So you are going to do 15 of these. You can see there's one right here. There's actually one behind here as well. You can see they all kind of look the same and have the same theme to them, that they look like a pumpkin, but they look different depending on the biome. So some of them, like for example, the Candoria one is very pink and very colorful and stuff like that. This one is a little more toned down because it's in the treasure biome. And all you do is just run it all the way down. I'm not sure, I'm pretty sure actually you can bomb your way through these if you want to, but it's not really a big deal when you have done a few of them. It's a little bit laggy, of course, because I am still in the Cursed Valley biome, where most people are doing this, because this is the fastest way to do it. And then you're just going to go ahead and defeat that, and as you can see, then you are also, of course, done with the first one as well with that. So you do 15 of these, and they are like all over the place in every single biome, but just make sure you are in those prime worlds, and just make sure you are not doing it in the elemental worlds and such. So yeah, you do it there, basically. That's all I'm saying. So that was step number 3. We can head into step number 4. All right, guys, so we got step number 4, and we have to pick some flowers. That's what they're called. I don't know what I think it's called Cursebane, Cusebane. I think that's maybe the word for it, or what they're trying. But what we have to do is go back to the Cursed Valley biome, which is right down here, because it has the most Cursed Valley biome, and that's what we're needed. Doesn't really matter what difficulty you do it. You could also do it while you're just out there, but it just has the most. And what we have to do is find these flowers. As you can see right here, they are all over the place. You can see you find one there. You can see there's one right over here, and all you have to do is go ahead and pick it up. And sometimes you actually get more than one, so you can be pretty lucky in getting these 25. I'm already on 12. Oh, sorry, on 12. Yes, on 12 out of 25. So they can be, you know, there's like not anyone right around here, but they're usually not too far away. And sometimes people also, you know, doing them themselves. And it's also a little bit laggy because everybody's doing it. That's why it's a little bit laggy. So I can't pick this one. Oh, I did it. Okay, cool. So, but they're all over the place, and you'll get yours pretty quickly. So just go to the Cursed Valley biome down here, because it has the most. That's so you can easily find the Cursed Valley biome, but it's in any Cursed Valley biome, and only in the Cursed Valley biome. Find the flowers and you pick them up, and you're done with step number 4. So very not much to it. Just pick 25 of these. If you're lucky, you do it pretty quickly. If you're unlucky, you'd have to find 25 of them, but usually you should do it pretty quickly. So yeah, that was step number 4. We can head into step number 5. All right, so for step number 5, all we have to do is stay in the same biome. Again, go to the Cursed Valley biome that has the most Cursed Valley, because we have to defeat wolves and werewolves, and basically these are just all over the place. There's an owl over there, so that doesn't make any sense. But the point is that you can see there's a guy right here, and we're just going to defeat it real quickly. We're lagging a little bit because there's a bunch of people doing this at the same time, so you have to be a little bit patient. But all you do is just run around. Sometimes there's also inside the dungeons, but mostly they're just going to be outside the dungeons. This is going to easiest to get it. You only need 30 of these, so you do have to find them, but you can see they are basically all over the place. I would suggest you pick up the flowers as well while you're doing this as well, just to have some extra, but I would mostly focus on just the werewolves and stuff like that. And if you do run out of, you know, space and you can't find anyone, you can always go back and go to here, click it again, enter, and then you are going to join a new world. It's still gonna be probably pretty laggy, not maybe just start it if you did the first one, but when people start getting in there and the world expands and it has to load a bunch of people and stuff, then it is going to be pretty laggy. But the point is, that's gonna, you know, change as soon as people are going to do it. See, there's a guy, oh, I thought he was gonna do it, but he didn't. So you can do this with people as well, just running them, and you can find it as well. And then you just have to do 30 of these, and you can see all of them works as well. So pick up some flowers while you're doing it as well from the previous step, but it's not really super necessary. You are probably gonna have everything you need, but you're just gonna get the wolves and werewolves. And I'm gonna get my last 19, I think. Yeah, 19 of the last one of these. So anyways, yes, go to the Cursed Valley biome, just run around, defeat them, do your dungeons, all that stuff. Then you're gonna do it like by accident, basically. So that is step number 5. We can head into step number 6. All right, so for step number 6, all we have to do is craft the Delve Gateway, the Wolf's Den. So we are back in the hub, and we are gonna enter the spooky house, and we are gonna go to the Shadowy Station, which is right next to a Wolfney, and we're gonna open it up, and we are gonna create this one as well. So of course, we got the 25 of these herbs or these flowers when we did the previous step. Not, of course, the step number 5, but step number 4. So you should have 25 of these. If you don't, you should just go again to the Cursed Valley biome and then pick the flowers that are in there in one of the previous steps. So if you don't have enough of that. So all you have to do is go ahead and craft yourself this one. That is going to complete step number 6. All there is to it, to just craft the gateway or the Delway to do this one as well. So that was step number 5. Now we can head in. Oh, that was step number 6. Sorry, step number 6. Now we can head into step number 7 to do that one as well. Alright guys, so for step number 7, all we have to do is place down the delve that we just made in the previous step. As you can see, I've done that already in the club world right here. You do it anywhere you want to. It doesn't have to be right here. You can do it anywhere you want to, but just put down the delve and then do a floor of the delve. It says defeat a wolf den boss, so it doesn't say a specific boss. So I'm pretty sure it's going to complete on the first step. Or the first boss, the first floor as you do it. Of course, I'll include, before we head into step number 8, I will include that it actually work on the first floor, because you guys don't want to see me doing the whole floor and just running through it, right? You just kind of want to see if that is going to be the case of me just defeating one of the bosses. But I'm pretty sure of this one, but sometimes it's specific bosses, and maybe there's not going to be a wolf den boss that's specific to this one, but I would be very surprised. But since I haven't done it yet, you know, I can't be sure of what it is. But if you guys just keep on holding on, I'll, you know, do the floor real quick and we're gonna see it. It does say 132 on the depth, because I haven't changed the depth yet. You can just, when you basically use it, it gives you this interface here, and that you could put it at 140 if you want to. You can also go 80 if you want to go the lowest. I would suggest you go 117. So if you do 117, you are, you know, the chance of getting some crystal 4 if you keep doing 3 floors in a row, you know, and getting that shadowy soul vault, you are gonna probably gonna get that. So there's a chance of that. You can start at 115, and then when you end on 117. 117 is you know, tier, it was back to U10 back then, so now it's, I think it's tier 13 or something like that. You get crystal 4, but if you put it at that, you have a chance of crystal 4 gear. Of course, there's crystal 5 gear and all that stuff in now, but it's just, if you want to do it anyway, it's just a little tip, you can do it at that. So I'm gonna start at 117 just because I can do it on 117, but if you want to do it way lower, then you should just do it on the lowest, because we just want to get this done right. There is a lot of depths you can do with delves and stuff like that, so you don't really have to do a big deal with it. But I'll do the floor and I'll see you guys when I've defeated the boss. Alright, as you can see guys, that was what kind of did it whole thing. If I defeated the boss, I did not get it at the first floor. I had to go through, as you can see, this is actually the third floor because I have the Shadowy Soul Vault right here. You can see it right here. So I actually did not get it on the first floor. I got something other biomes, so just want to make sure you guys know that. So when you go into it, you might not end up having to have that, you know, den name on it. It said right up here. If I open up this, you can see right here now it says Trovian Delve. It said the Wolf Den before, so it's going to be a Trovian Delve after this, right? So just keep that in mind, that it has to say Wolf Den up there, and then you are going to get a boss, and then you are going to, you know, complete this step. So that's kind of just how the whole thing is. You go in, you do, so just keep doing floors. That's my point. Just keep doing floors until you do get into that one, or it completes itself. As you can see, it did right there. So yeah, that did it. So just wanted to make sure you guys knew that. So go in there, keep doing floors until you complete the step. That's really step number 7, and we can now head into step number 8. All right, so for step number 8, all we have to do is remove the curse that we got, as you can see right here. I don't know if the effect says it. No, it doesn't say it right up here. I think, no, okay. So, but you can see it right up here. You can see the curse is right there. So this curse you got from defeating the boss that we just did in the previous, in step number 7. So here in step number 8, we have to remove it. And all we have to do is go back to the hub and go back right here to the Shadowy Station, and there is a little bit of a moon kind of thing. That is the blessing that we are going to, when you craft this, it's going to remove the curse. It's going to go away, the curse itself, but it's probably not going to, it's going to take very long time for the first, but other than that, it's also going to probably not complete the step if you don't do this as well, because you need to cure the curses with this one as well. So first thing we need is some flux. Then we need more of these flowers. If you don't know what these flowers are, they are in the cursed valley biome. So if you need some, you just go here, get some more of these to craft this, and it just looks like flowers on the ground. There's a bunch of them all over the place as well. And then of course some pumpkins. You can get them from the marketplace if you want to. These are not, you know, tradable, but of course the pumpkins are. You can get them from gardening as well, or the marketplace, or wherever you want to get them. But you only need 10. So again, you can also go to the Cursed Valley biome and do some of the pumpkin patches that are in there to get yourself some pumpkins if you want to. But 10 of these. We just need to craft it once. As you hit this one, you can see if I craft it, boom, that is going to complete it. It's also going to change the curse right up here. So now it's a blessing instead. Again, we can't really see it in here. I wish we could see it in the effects tab as well. That'd be super, super amazing. But yeah, that is the step number 8 basically done, where we just turn it into, that's all. This is also going to go away. Of course, the blessing here is just also going to go away. So if you want the blessing again, then of course you have to repeat the, you know, delve, all that stuff, do it once again, and then do, yeah, basically the whole process to get this one. But that was step number 8. Now we head into step number 9. All right, so for step number 9, we have to return to the witch. And where is the witch? If you go in here, there is not really any people here. It's still this, the Saturday, and then Wolseley as well. But if we go up here where the cat was, we are going to find the witch, as you can see right here. This cat is basically gone, so I'm not sure what happened to the cat, but now there is a wicked witch. Oh, it's just a witch. Yes, I'm sorry if I called her the wicked witch, but there is a witch. So my guess is that we just go up to her and we hit our interact button. Yes, we just interact with the witch. So yeah, that was pretty easy. So just go on top of here and you're just gonna interact with him. It doesn't say you have to interact with it, but you can. And this is going to donate some canned fish. Okay, so I can craft this 40 more times. I'm not sure what it does, so I'm just gonna craft it once to see here. Okay, so you get a random title, Shadows Eve 2024. Okay, I'm gonna go craft it once again. That didn't happen anything. Oh, I got a depth core. Okay, I got a depth core. So basic, so these cans, I'm not sure, you can actually search them, or you can actually buy them off the marketplace as well. Okay, so these are gonna go up, definitely up in price, that is for sure, or a lot of people are going to sell their base canned fish. And these base canned fish, you get them of course, from fishing, you know, just random fish. So you just keep fishing, you are going to get a bunch of these from the fish that you caught, and then you do collect the fish, and then you get these basic ones. There's also some higher ones for the other ones as well. So yeah, canned fish is going to be there. So yeah, a depth core, that is pretty awesome, getting one of those out there. I don't think you're gonna get a depth core every single time. I'm gonna go ahead and craft one more time, see if I get something. There, see, there I got some chunk of runic ore. I'm pretty sure you could get souls through this as well, but yeah, you're gonna be not super amazing getting the, you know, soul vaults, soul cores through this one as well. So I wouldn't go ham on this, but if you are, you know, seeing yourself having some time, then go ahead and donate these ones as well. But anyways, that was step number 9. Let's head into step number 10. All right, guys, for the last step, we are going to have to do 5 Shadows Eve dailies. And if you go in here down to the bottom, this is where there's going to be some NPCs. I already picked up all the quests, but there is going to be 5, so you can be done with it today if you want to. If you want to do like the 10th step today. And we're just going to go over them. You can see these are the main quest. Then it's defeat pumpkin dungeons. I don't know if the pumpkin patches also work with this, but you can see, but definitely the pumpkin dungeons are going to be where you are going to at least get them. So that's 5 of these. That's not too hard to do. Then it's the flowers we did in the, you know, part of the previous step. Again, 25. It's going to be super easy to do as well. Collect 3 pumpkins. I'm not sure if you get this off the marketplace, but 3 pumpkins, it's not going to be a big deal to get. You're just going to have to find one of those pumpkin dungeons. If you're doing this one anyways, you're probably going to run into one if you go to the, you know, Cursed Valley biome. I'm going to do it there. And also because you also need to kill wolves at 25 of these. That's going to take you very long either. And then this one is earn 1 Bomber Ral coin. And this is probably like the easiest one there is, because it's just doing 1 Bomber Ral. Of course, if you really suck at Bomber Ral, I wouldn't guess you would. But if you do, then of course you, is gonna be very, it's gonna be kind of tough to do, but I got faith in you. You can do it, but you can combine it with this quest as well, where you earn 1 Bomber Ral coin as well. This is a quest that's always there, and actually also works on Thursdays. If we had the, you know, 14 days of whatever, then you could do this one at the same time. But again, you can see here, see if it's, I think it's under quests or something like that, maybe. Or no, it's right here. So you can see this is going to give you 1 of the blast coins. So you can do this at the same time if you're missing some of these as well. So as you're doing this anyways, I would suggest you do so. Even though you have probably maxed out all of this, you can go to this and then get some of these consumables for some of your coins as well. You can see I'm almost maxed out on the coins, so I'll probably use some of these to get some of these extra rewards. There's a double XP potion. You can only do this once a week, but you can, you know, there's these ally up, which basically makes your ally very big. These are unlimited if you want to get these, but they are with the burnt ones. But you can, of course, convert them into the burnt ones. And you can see where the hell is it. There you go. So you can take the normal ones and make them into the burnt ones. And these are basically from previous seasons. So you can, of course, get all of these, but this is once a week. So, and of course, this event is going on for 2 weeks. So you can do it over 2 weeks and you can get all of these rewards. And you can also get, of course, some of these as well. As you can see, some of them cost the regular ones and some will cost the burnt ones. But again, you can convert them over if you want to. You can see you also have a bunch of these burnt anyways around. But might as well do it at the same time because it's super easy to do. So that was step number 10. I'm gonna do a little outro and kind of talk about the different collectibles there is in the event, so you guys can get a little bit of an overview on that and kind of round out the video. All right, guys, rounding out the video, we're gonna talk a little bit about the collectibles that we are gonna have in here. So if you go into the Shadowy Station, this is where all the stuff is for the thing we are gonna do. And I counted all of the coins you're gonna need, the Shadow Eve coins. Those, of course, you get from doing the dailies. You're gonna have to have 100 coins, or 99 actually, but I'm rounding it up to 100. So you get, you already have 7, and then you get 5 each day. So I'd have to do some quick math. Of course, you also get 1 from here from completing this one, but you get 1 for each of these. So there's 5 of them. So that's, of course, going to take you, actually, it's going to take you 18 days to get all of these if you want to get them, because you only get 5 a day and such. Like, maybe you can get them all, if you can get it all in the same time, you probably can. I haven't done completely the math, I guess. But the point is that that you are going to need 100 of these if you are gonna get all of these. And also, I wouldn't suggest the mementos. They are gonna cost you 3. These can also, of course, be obtained if you want to. And these, of course, these hat styles, these we already obtained because of the start of the video, because we had those from Luxian. And Luxian is actually coming on Friday, so you can start buying them there, and then you can get these 4 and actually save yourself 12 of these as well, because they're gonna cost you 3 of the coins each time. So these are going to save you 12 coins just for doing this one as well. So of course I would go for these ones that has the most, like the mount, for example. This one is probably going to have the most. You can always check them in the tab if you press I, and you can see in here, then you can check out the stuff. It's probably like if you go under travel, you go under mount, and usually if you go under event, there's something called event somewhere, which I of course can't find at the moment when I absolutely need it. It's usually, I wish it was under E, but it's not. There we go. That's the event one, and then you usually go down. Yeah, that's one. This one right here is 100 mastery, which means it's a really good mount. So I would get this one. It's only 20, so you don't have to do that many. But that's also including all of these things down here, which are also going to cost you coins. This one, for example, cost you 10 coins. This one, this is just a style for your bomber real thing, right? This is also 5 coins. So this one as well, this is a previous, that was the last season, you know, last season, I guess. And getting all of these as well. And these all cost, you can obtain all of these if you want to. I do want to talk about the candy corn now, how you are going to get these. You are going to get these from just doing the pumpkin dungeons. So this is just going to drop. So do as many pumpkin dungeons as you can, and that is going to get you the pumpkin dungeon corn, or the candy corn things that you need for it as well. So yeah, that is how you obtain these here, right here. So yeah, that's a candy corn. That doesn't cost you any coins, but that's just doing them pumpkin dungeons that you are supposed to do anyway. So yeah, that's how you are gonna get all of this. So yeah, that's all the overview of them all, how you are going to obtain them. Again, I would skip the mementos. These are not going to give you like very much. So I would skip them to start out with and kind of get the mount, the ally. Of course, this one as well. These two maybe. You can see they give 20 mastery points. Usually these only give 5, but they could be a little bit more. But I would suggest going definitely for the mount, and then some of this other stuff down here if you have it already. If you have it already, then of course you're just good, and then you can start working on some of the new stuff as well. But it's going to cost you 100 coins in total, and you can only get 5 coins a day, plus the ones you, of course, you get from the main quest and stuff like that, but that's only 8, so not a bunch of them. So you do have to do this every single day if you want to get all of it. But then on the other hand, it's going to come back next year, so then you are going to be good getting the rest of it right there. So I want to thank you guys so much. I want to get to editing. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!